Hey, all you cool cats and kittens. Jamie here to talk about Joe versus Carole. Buckle up. What do I have to say about Joe versus Carole? Well, this show is the perfect example of why you should not greenlight a series or a movie based on an event or any little thing that is popular right away. Or at least take the time to think, do we really need to make a dramatic version of these events? In the case of Netflix's Tiger King, the story of Joe Exotic and Carole Baskin, the answer is a resounding no. Did we really need to see more of Joe's backstory? Would learning he was in a physical rehab in Florida change your opinion of him? Is that part even real? This is a dramatic embellishment after all. Tiger King was very much a show of the moment. If it didn't come out right when the United States was being hit by a pandemic and shut down, would it have hit the popularity that it did? Maybe, but we'll never know because it did come out under those circumstances. When everyone was looking for a distraction, along came a wild one. Now it's 2 years later and we live in a world where there's too many shows. So why should you spend time watching a Peacock original that is essentially a retelling of Tiger King? The answer is you shouldn't. At all. Ever. Never ever watch this show. If you're afraid to go to the dentist, I would suggest going to the dentist over watching this. It's 8 hours. 8 hours. A little bit less than 8 hours, but it's 8 episodes that are roughly 50 to 54 minutes apiece. I think one's like 48. Why? Why? Peacock. Why? The creators of the show. Why? The actors in the show. Why? Money? You get paid up front because it's a streaming deal? Sure. But come on. This is going to weigh on your conscience. This is garbage. This is fucking garbage. And you know it. Who thought this was a good idea? I went into this morning. I was like, yeah, 8 episodes. Am I excited to watch this show? Not really. But it's 8 episodes. They'll be like 23 minutes apiece. 4 hours of my day. It'll fly right by. No. They're hour longs. 8 hour longs. I say hour, like it's hour long with commercials. You know what I'm saying? They're not exactly an hour, but still, they're way fucking longer than I expected them to be. More than double the amount of time. More than double. God. I thought they were half hours and 4 hours seemed long, but 8? Good Lord, man. Good Lord. No. Never. No, never. I looked at the scores for this on Rotten Tomatoes and Metacritic. I didn't really look at Metacritic, actually. I looked at the scores for this on Rotten Tomatoes, and right now it has a 50%. A 50. That's fucking high. That's real. That's way too high. 50% of the people that reviewed this show think it's worth watching? No. No. Do not do it. Look, I don't know if Peacock even has that high of subscriber count. Maybe they do because people want to watch reruns of The Office and stuff. Just watch reruns of The Office if that's your thing. Do not fucking watch this show, please. I beg of you. We live in a time now where nuclear annihilation could happen at any moment because there's a guy in Europe who's fucking crazy. It could happen. Do you really want to spend some of the last hours of, possibly the last hours of your life watching Joe versus Carole? Do literally anything else. All right, that was a bit much. I think a lot of times when a platform releases a new show, they're looking for something that's going to be a subscription seller. For Peacock as a platform, Joe versus Carole might be a subscription canceller. It makes me question the decisions and quality of the platform as a whole. As a burgeoning platform, you're supposed to be putting out things people want to watch. Not to make them run for the hills. 50% on Rotten Tomatoes. Can you fucking believe that? I can't. If you watch 6 minutes of this show, 6 minutes, random number, right? Just made it up. Still, it's enough to know it's fucking bad. I watched a lot more than 6 minutes. And I'm here to tell you, it doesn't get better. It does not get better. Look, who's this show for? I don't know, man. People that loved Tiger King. If you loved Tiger King and you watched the second thing Netflix put out and maybe the documentary about that Doc Antle guy and you still want more, this isn't even more. It's just a retelling of Tiger King. I guess this is for you. If you're interested in this story and you have not seen Tiger King, where have you been? Weird. But maybe this is for you. But honestly, this show is probably for no one. God damn, they should not have made this show. Yeah, so what I recommended, absolutely not. Never watch this. Don't even think about it anymore. When this video is over, just don't ever think about Joe versus Carole again. You didn't even make it this far into the video, did you? Of course you didn't. Why would you? It's just a guy being like, don't do this thing, please. I beg you. And that's what I'm sticking on this. Please do not watch Joe versus Carole. There's so, in a world where there's so many other things, if you want to watch literally everything in the world before you watch this. That's very hyperbolic. There's obviously stuff that's way worse. If I had a remote like the movie Click with Adam Sandler, where he could stop time and I could stop time, like if this didn't take up time of my life to watch Joe versus Carole, would I still watch it? No, I would not. Even if this didn't take up time of my life, time, the most precious resource, I still wouldn't do it. It's not worth it. There's so many other things I'd rather do with the Click remote starring Adam Sandler. So many other things. This is very, 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 very far down the list of things I would do with a remote like that. Which isn't even real. I can't stop time. Do not fucking watch this show, please. I don't know how many times I could say it. Fuck, man. This has ruined my day. Hey, if you're seeing this, it'd be cool if you subscribed for, more stuff like this. We do live shows Mondays, twitch.tv/darkstarspace. We do at least 3 reviews a week, not including this one. So if you're interested in that, maybe, hit the button.